Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and to another video. Today I'm going to show you my nanny's bread recipe. It is vegan and it's delicious. She is not vegan, but I am, and anyways, it was already vegan, so that's great. So anyways, yeah, I'm going to show you that and let's get to it. You will need flour, sugar, salt of any kind, white sugar, salt of any kind. I'm using sea salt, and yeast, and make sure it is good. I just use this quick rise yeast. Butter, vegan butter, or shortening, like vegetable shortening, and flour. So yeah, that is all you need. And water, warm water. So you can put your finger in it, so it's not too hot that you can't put your finger in it, but like warm. You want it pretty warm because that's what activates the yeast. But just make sure you don't make it too hot, so test it with your finger. Anyways, let's get into the video. Okay, so you're just gonna grab your warm water, pour it into your bowl, try not to spill it like I did, and then go ahead and grab your salt. I tried to show it here, but the camera lighting was off. So any salt that you would like. I use sea salt today. So 1 teaspoon of sea salt into the warm water. Then go ahead and grab your butter or vegetable shortening, about a tablespoon. I just did a spoonful, about a tablespoon. That's great. And I just rinsed the butter off the spoon, and then go ahead and grab your teaspoon for sugar. You're going to do 2 teaspoons of sugar, so just go ahead and grab a teaspoon and your sugar, and you're going to want to use white sugar. And go ahead and pour that into your bowl, and another one. Awesome, good job. Alright, go ahead and grab your flour. I already poured it into a bowl, so it was easy. 3 heaping cups of flour, and then I just keep a side of flour beside me just in case I need more. Go ahead and grab your yeast, and just make a little like dent in your flour and pour 1 tablespoon of yeast. I had exactly 1 tablespoon left in my jar. Pour it into the center, and then you're going to start mixing. So I usually start just with a spoon, mix it in, and just doesn't matter how you stir it, just stir it all in together. And it's going to take a little while to combine it all, and just keep going around and get all flour out of the bowl. And then once you get it pretty much mixed, put a little flour on your cupboard or on your cutting board, whatever you're rolling it on, and then take it all out. You want it to be sticky, but you don't want it to stick to your fingers. So if it's sticking to your fingers, add a little more flour. If it's really solid, add a little more water. And then you're just gonna knead it. You gotta knead it for 10 minutes, so set a timer. Once it is all kneaded, and there's no fancy way of kneading, just roll it around to make sure it's all mixed in together. And then put it back in a bowl, put a towel over it, and that's going to rise for 1 hour. Okay, so in the meantime, you gotta let that raise for an hour. Just put it back in the bowl with a cloth over it. You can put it in the oven with like no heat on or anything, just in there to set, or you can just leave it the way that it is. And then you're just gonna want to take a bread pan. This is the size I'm using. You can use this or a bag or paper towel or just your fingers. Take a little bit of butter or oil, and you're just going to want to grease all the sides of the pan. Yeah, so you just grease it, and then, yeah, so you're going to let that raise for an hour. And then you'll take it out of the bowl, and then you're going to put it in, roll it into a log form, put it in your pan, and then put it in the oven with no heat on, and let that raise for another hour. And then once that's ready, you turn on the oven for 350 and cook it for half an hour. And that's it. Take it out of the pan, and then take the little brush and butter the top of, put it on a drying rack, or cooling rack I mean, and then you just butter the top. I'll show you all the steps, but that's what you do. Okay, so you're gonna take your bread. This is what it should look like. It raised from like here up to here. So it's gonna be a little sticky. And you just pull it around from the sides, just pulling off all the excess. Alright, you're just going to want to roll it out into like a log, and then just set it in your pan, and just pat it down. Make sure you push it down quite a bit, that way you get out all the air bubbles. Because if it has a big air bubble in the middle, it'll expand when it rises again, because you're going to let it rise for another hour. And then when you go to cut it, it'll have a huge hole in it. You don't want that. So try to make it pretty even. Tuck down the sides. Doesn't have to be fancy. Anything works. And then I just put it like this in the oven, no heat, for another hour. So now you're just gonna take your loaf of bread. It's all risen. There we go. And we're just gonna put it into the oven. And you're just gonna bake 350, timer, 30 minutes. Bang. Take it out of the oven. I want to put our fingers in it, so mine's a little smushed, but that's okay. So just flip it out. Take some butter. Oh, where's the camera? And just butter that baby up. Yeah, so you butter it so it softens the crust and makes it nice and moist and tasty. And that's it. That's all you do. And then you wait for it to cool and you can chop it up. So I hope you try this out. It takes a little while. If you had a bread machine, it's a little bit easier, but it's still pretty easy. It takes about 3 hours in total, or 3.5 hours, but it's totally worth it. It's so good. Anyways, and you can add anything. You can use any kind of flour. You could use brown flour or whatever. You could add seeds. Yeah, you can add seeds and stuff in it to make it wherever you want to make it. So yeah, definitely give it a go. It's super good. And then you can use this recipe for pizza crust or to make cinnamon rolls. It's kind of very versatile, but super good. All right guys, see you.